Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Chris, here with a triple review, a Spidey web slinger themed review for ASM number 7, Venom number 7, and What If Peter Parker Became the Punisher. You know, considering there was 3 different kind of Spidey titles coming out, and my whole trying to condense everything, if something shares the same theme, put it into one review instead of 20 different ones in the same week. So we'll start off with Amazing Spider-Man number 7. So I had to get this one because I ordered the Marvel Battle Lines variant. If you haven't been seeing the Battle Line variants, they're absolutely beautiful covers. But Diamond didn't ship it with the rest of the comic book stores shipments that I go to. So three different covers weren't available, and I guess I'm getting them either next week or sometime later. But stop. While I'm a bit sad that I didn't get that beautiful cover, I still get the story. So continuing on from the previous issue. All the villains in the Bar of No... Was it the Bar with No Name? Yes, within the Bar with No Name are now attacking Boomerang and Peter Parker, as Kingpin has put a hit out on, mainly on Boomerang, and definitely a good story. The art is okay, but the problem always with Ramos is that his faces always look a bit weird. They are weird, like this Peter's face here, and then later on there was one with Kingpin that looked slightly a bit off. Sometimes, with Ramos, the art is good. The problem is with the faces. He can't always get faces done properly. Sometimes there'll be a face with no mouth. As shown in the previous issue, that's happened before. Like, look there, for instance, like, Peter, your mouth is gone. Why aren't you panicking right now? But anyway, the story is good. Spencer has been hitting it out of the park with ASM so far. While this isn't, I incorrectly said this is a filler story. It isn't. It's just the new story. It does, at the end, feature which seems to be the main antagonist that is influencing everything. Is laying the groundwork for an overarching story which will have its own few issues later on. So it's just going through these main stories that will somehow... they'll be their own stories, but they'll all be connected somehow by the end when this actual antagonist shown in the end with Kingpin will actually reveal himself properly, and actually do his own plans. But this issue is nice, kind of a, how I'd say, forging a bond of friendship, kind of, between Boomerang and Peter. Peter throughout the whole thing has just been thinking Boomerang is still obviously a villain, but he's not. He is reformed. He does kind of joke. It's just Peter invites him to go to this improv show on Sunday, and Boomerang just says, I was going to rob a bank Sunday, but I can move some stuff around, Spencer does kind of like, he understands the humor a little bit with Spider-Man, more than Slott ever did, I would say. But ASM so far is definitely great. It's definitely, as I always say, if you can look past Hydra Cap, what Spencer did with that, it is a good story. So far, ASM is in good hands. So next up we have Venom. Venom, luckily I did get the Battle Lines variant for Venom, and it's an amazing cover. I'm sorry, Ryan Stegman. I liked your covers as well. It just, this Battle Lines variant was just, it was something I had to get. So in this issue of Venom, the start of the new story. Issues 1 to 6 were the first. This is the start of Oversight. Eddie awakens after him, Venom, and Rex are able to defeat that symbiote dragon, the Grendel, and he's being interrogated by none other than Mr. Fantastic himself. No, not really. It's the Maker. The Maker is back again and interrogating Eddie, and he wants a sample. He wants a sample of the symbiote dragon for himself, and he's just recounting what happened after the events because Eddie doesn't know where Venom is, where the symbiote is, and the Maker is recalling the events of what happened. It is a good setup for this story so far. Definitely wait to see where it goes. Cates, as always, has been killing it with Venom. Definitely, same with ASM. If you haven't been reading Venom, you're missing out. It is, despite the problems with Marvels, there are some series that actually kick ass and amazing. Venom and ASM being two of them. Then we have the third of the what ifs. What if Peter Parker became the Punisher? And this is a good one as well. I did enjoy this one as well. You don't really see this, the kind of his web slinger guns. So in this one, it follows a similar route. It pretty much does follow almost the exact same origin of Spider-Man. It's just the spider that bit him was, I think, slightly different. I don't know, it might be the same. The spider, the Stetoda nobilis, the false widow, bit him, and it has a skull on its back. Hence, when Spidey when Peter becomes Spider-Man, he instead of making the red and blue suit, he makes it a black suit with a skull on his chest, the Punisher symbol. And after Uncle Ben is killed by that mugger, he kills the mugger. So this is the huge turning point. He decides, he kills the mugger, and J. Jonah Jameson gives him a bad rap. The punishing spider terrorizes the city, and Peter vows. He says, "I vowed there would be no more innocent victims like Uncle Ben, while it was within my powers to prevent them by any means, even if others vilified me for it." So he's still a Spidey with good intentions. It's just his actions are not the best. He's a bit more aggressive. He's punishing people. He's a Punisher Spider-Man, as he does with the Sinister Six. He has his own. Oh, but actually, I was wrong. The weapon gunslingers are there. I didn't pay attention properly to that, but no, my mistake. But it's when it gets to the Goblin, it starts to slightly deviate, but I'll leave it there for now. Art, for the most part, I didn't particularly have any problems with the art. The art was okay. It's good. If it's better looking than a Squirrel Girl, it's good art. That's what I say. But it's a good. I did like this one. What if Peter Parker became the Punisher is a good what if one as well. Although, what if Flash Thompson became Spider-Man is still the best in my opinion. So of the three so far, from best to worst, we have What If Spider-Man, What If the Punisher, and What If X-Men. Although with What If X-Men, I like the story, but the art, especially in the Escape, definitely killed it for me. It's the art when the art in those sections wasn't particularly good. But that's it. That's it for this Spidey-themed review. Definitely check out any of these three if you haven't already. Definite recommends from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.